Hello, my dear Scorpios, friends, family, and cross-watchers. It is September 29th, the harvest moon in 2023. Sure you're all feeling this full moon energy. I certainly am. My heart goes out to you. We can do it. Today is a great day for releasing anything that you need to release from the past. Today's like the 1 year anniversary of a really significant trauma for me, so I'm making an intention to release that and hoping to do a full moon ritual tonight. Don't know if I can do it live with my current status on YouTube, but I can definitely film it and put it up for you all if I get to it or can do it. So I pulled one card already for you. It's from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I love this deck so much. Your birthday might be on the 10th of November. You might be 64 years old, but this is witness consciousness. I love that she has antlers right now, especially in this season, it's like the rut for deer. So the deer are acting insane. I don't know, like there's a lot of deer around me and you can just see them kind of like, I saw these two deer like fighting on the side of the road, and one of them almost bolted out into the road to like avoid the other deer. Anyway, deer might be significant to you. We also have the eye, the all-seeing eye here in the background, which came up in our reading with the scrying the other day. So the all-seeing eye might be an important symbol for you right now, being in your witness consciousness, just whatever is coming through, trying to trigger you or bother you or weigh you down, just in that spirit of alignment with the divine, we can attune to our higher selves or the oversoul, like the one self, and kind of see things from the larger perspective, not dissociating, but like just understanding that there's different layers of experience. And we'll read this card and then we'll do a regular spread. Good old full moon energies. Gotta love them. All right. That being said, I was listening to an astrologer today who was talking about how the Scorpio Taurus eclipse cycles for the last 2.5 years are ending out in this October. So anything you've been struggling with, like especially big karmic patterns, big like even past life karma, is like fully being shed by this month, this coming October. So that's really awesome. I will try and find her video and remember link it in the description box below so you can check it out. I was really enjoying it. So the witness. The essence of this card is the witness observes without engaging in any action. By cultivating inner stillness, we are able to assess any situation from a higher perspective and make better decisions. When we can be present for someone else's difficulties with stillness, then we are able to truly hear them and give better advice. Sometimes we can be so still that we are a mirror for the other. This has been coming through a lot in your readings lately, Scorpio. Then, through our presence, they receive their own answers. The invitation is that the witness has been by your side all along, or rather is you, and is now ready to become your ally. You thought you were the doer, but today you discover that things happen when you get out of the way. Witness creation unfolding before you. Change reality by finding stillness and letting your true intent reveal itself. I love this card to open this reading out today because I've definitely been feeling like synchronicities around like letting go of control of how I think things are going to happen, being like a human being rather than a human doing. It's like the more we kind of resolve our expectations, our traumas, our or like even align with our subconscious. I was reading this quote in the, I'm gonna actually get this book, Secret of the Golden Flower. I've brought this book up a couple of times. It's an alchemy text from China, and it was translated by Richard Wilhelm and co-authored by Carl Jung. This category belongs to equally superficial as well as unintelligent opinion that the idea of the collective unconscious is quote-unquote metaphysical. It is a question of an empirical concept to be put alongside the concept of instinct, as is obvious to anyone who will read with some attention. So what I love about this quote is that he's talking about how the idea of the collective unconscious is like something that we've sort of designated to like the superstitious or metaphysical, whereas it's actually like where we come from, and it's an empirical fact. Oh, here we go. I'm actually going to read this quote instead because I think it's better. Here's what the translator says about this text. When the wisdom of the Chinese is laid before a Westerner, he is very likely to ask with a skeptical lift of the brows why such profound wisdom did not save China from its present horrors. Of course, he does not stop to think that the Chinese asks with an equal skepticism why the much boasted scientific knowledge of the West, not to mention its equally boasted Christian ethics, did not save it from a world war. But as a matter of fact, present conditions in China do not invalidate Chinese wisdom, nor did the Great War prove the futility of science. In both cases, we are dealing with the negative sides of principles under which East and West live, and it has not yet been given either to individuals or to nations to manage the vices of their virtues. Mastery of the inner world, with a relative contempt for the outer, must inevitably lead to great catastrophes. Mastery of the outer world to the exclusion of the inner delivers us over to the demonic forces of the latter and keeps us barbaric despite all outward forms of culture. The solution cannot be found either in deriding Eastern spirituality as impotent or by mistrusting science as a destroyer of humanity. We have to see that the spirit must lean on science as its guide in the world of reality, and that science must turn to the spirit for the meaning of life. Yeah, so I think what I'm getting at with the quote here is that Jung really emphasized the alignment with like the chaos of the unconscious with the conscious mind, to basically the effect that our will is eclipsed by the will of this witness consciousness or the divine. As much of it as you can stand the unconscious is what he said. He equated it to like the hammer and the anvil. Like the consciousness is the hammer and the anvil is like the unconscious that you're like, and the sword that's being crafted is like the human being, like with that pressure. So the witness consciousness is talking about pressure to be able to withstand pressure, to get to a point in your awareness that you're fully in line with the divine. I don't know how much is going to come through here. All right, let's go. Spirit, what do we have for Scorpios today? I'm immediately not feeling this deck. We're going to do the Thoth Tarot. What do Scorpios need to know during this full moon, this harvest moon? What are we reaping and sowing, and what are we letting go of? What I love about the harvest is that it's very much aligned with the energy of death, which is, you know, our card. Princess of Discs. So this is telling me you're reaping this like new foundation for like a material security, material power, kind of coming out of the, I don't know, the rock. Like her throne is hewn out of this rock. And so you're very stable, and her scepter is like down here. The diamond is drawing its power from the material foundations of the world. She's pregnant. She's like holding this dual nature, like lotus essentially here. She's very much rooted in the material. So you're getting grounded. You're coming out of your like very etheric, super spiritual maybe spot. Ooh. And whoa, that's weird. Okay, excuse me. And getting to a place where you're very grounded in reality. The star reversed is telling me that you're in this season, whatever like wishes, hopes, dreams you had, I'm getting like intuitively like you're filling your own cup with just the star. She's holding this cup and it's like pouring down on her, like that J-Lo video with the chain in the shower. Like what? That's what's coming through. we'll clarify these with the tarot. And then with the Two of Wands reverse, Dominion, this came out yesterday too, the Two of Fire reversed with the Dreams of Gaia tarot. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so this is crazy. What I'm getting is that this Two of Wands person was like another person in your life, right? This is a reverse card. Maybe a Sagittarius. Aries is the energy of this full moon. So whatever you're releasing today, it has to do with this like fiery, controlling person in your life. Again, Dominion. It's possible you gave your power over to this person. It's possible this person you believed was your wish fulfillment. It could also be, rather than a person, rather than a person, it could be that you were just giving your energy to a situation that like wasn't paying you back. And it could very well be like an addiction sort of situation. It could be the Eight of Cups is like something you walked away from. So it's like you're just releasing the energy of what you walked away from finally. Almost like you've been hanging on to it, like giving it this hope and energy that like doesn't need to be there. What I'm seeing with this Ten of Cups reverse is that you are realizing you could have put all your energy into this situation forever and ever and ever, and it would never have satisfied this person. You were probably dealing with an energy vampire. That's awful. Also, as far as the reading yesterday went regarding like business and like working a lot, you might be realizing like that your creation, like your willpower that you're putting into a situation, if it's like a business or like a work situation, like you could work and work and work and work and work, and there's always going to be more work to be done. So there's definitely an energy here of like learning to be in the present and live in the present and like enjoy the small moments in the present in order to not get overwhelmed by this sense of like how much work there always is to be done. It's like part of being human, and we're not robots, and we're not we're not, I don't know, I'm not a worker on a factory line. Maybe somebody is, I'm not sure. But what I'm getting is you're fully like in the energy of cutting this out. Like you're done giving yourself over to situations that aren't giving back to you emotionally, because as much as you hope things are going to get better, doing the same thing over and over is not bringing you satiety. We have satiety reversed here, your Ten of Cups reversed. So it's like you're pouring back into your own cup. Yeah, I keep getting that. Like you're pouring back into your own cup. This full moon is asking you to release like the energy of feeling obligated to pour into others' cups, because your cup is like, it's been empty, it keeps being empty, like you keep giving it over and over and over. Like this Queen of Swords is asking you to like stop overthinking the situation. Just, it's like a gangrenous limb, like just lop it off and like move on. That's a really intense image to be coming through. Maybe somebody that I'm speaking to did lose a limb, and if so, my heart goes out to you, and it's very likely that that's made your life something you weren't hoping for it to be. And it's also very likely that you're finding the strength and the wherewithal to be able to move out of a victim mentality, if it's something you were stuck in, into like an empowered state of realizing like you're working in alignment with the divine, again with this witness consciousness, to like bring this reading together, or open this reading for us. As far as aligning with witness consciousness and working with these sort of like these concepts of like bringing the metaphysical into the physical. One of my favorite books, and I'll probably mention it again for this work, is Joe Dispenza's Becoming Supernatural. Dr. Joe Dispenza's Becoming Supernatural. He just gives a lot of really good examples of people who've been through like tough things, traumas, you know, lost their health, their jobs, their, you know, loved ones and limbs, and like just they've come into alignment with the divine and learned to work with that very real chemical energy to flow with this witness consciousness. So you're entering a state of flow, and your tower is basically like with this eye up here that's just come through and come through and come through, is realizing that you're actually getting in your own way by trying 1717 on the timer. You might be seeing 1111 or 777. Realizing that trying to like plan everything out or control everything, and holding on tightly to like making sure that things go, like even just on a day-to-day, making sure that things are just working. I'm getting this feeling coming through of just like, I need to pay my bills. Like, how am I gonna, you know, put dinner on the table? Like, just really like this clinging, this tight clinging to like just basics. It's like you're realizing that to implement your beliefs into your reality, like your belief in this oneness with the divine, and this witness consciousness, is to, it's like to accept that miracles are normal and they happen every day, and that the universe and the unconscious are this like huge infinite thing, and we're only seeing a small part of reality at any given time. And so you're like letting go of thinking that you know how things are going to work out for you. You're letting go of thinking that you know what's best, and trusting in your higher self or your witness consciousness, which is a major release. And I think for the energy of this full moon, a really lovely thing to do, to focus on and to let go of, and to bring in. So this is showing me that you're going to be successful. It's the 6 of discs. So not only will you be successful like in adopting this mentality and working with the divine, you'll be successful and supported materially. I really love this card for just the end of this part of this reading. Moon in Taurus. Oh my gosh, that's this October, like eclipse season. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay, and then the Queen of Cups reversed. This is you adopting that witness mentality, like being so still that you're a mirror for other people. And again, that's come through this week a lot too. Whoa, you guys are going through some, y'all are going through some intense, lovely stuff. Okay, I'm being drawn to pull from the Soul Flower Oracle. Full moons, so weird. Just to get an overall energy for this Thoth Tarot. The Thoth Tarot I really love. When I first started using it, 2022 on the timer, it was like a little too heavy and intense. Like there's a lot of lore and esoterica associated with it. But joy, Rose is comforting and soothing, infusing your heart and soul with gratitude and joy, and helping you to stay centered and loving toward yourself and others when it is needed most. Rose reminds you to be open to the sweetness of life and supports your personal growth, whatever the conditions surrounding you may be. What I love about, right now there's like a praying mantis that's living on a rose outside in my yard. It's just living there. It's awesome. And it's like this big. It's a big old mantis. What I love about roses is their association with Mother Mary. I really love her energy, especially in just tuning in with like a nurturing, universally supportive energy. Rose hips are great for tea. Rose petals can be used for tea. And then like rose hip seed oil is really good for skin. So just some things to note, I guess. And then feeling drawn to clear all this up. And we'll just do some inner child. Yeah. We're gonna pull 3 inner child cards from the inner child deck. And then we'll clarify with the tarot. Okay. How do we embrace this energy of aligning with the divine and our path, our witness consciousness during this full moon? And what do we release? Ooh. Releasing the energy of the Fool. Little Red Cap is Little Red Riding Hood. So gullibility is what I'm hearing. Like, especially if you've been giving yourself over and over to situations that aren't giving back. Definitely energy vampires. Maybe a narcissist that you were dealing with. Maybe just a business that you have been in for a long time that, ooh, you're realizing like isn't... Two of Wands reversed again? What? Isn't what you want to be doing. We have the Two of Wands reversed, and this is Narcissus. This is the card for Narcissus. She's gazing into a pool. She's seeing herself reflected, but it's like not her also, if you can tell. Like, she's got her wand with a butterfly indicating change. There's this rabbit here indicating like fertility or family. The swan, which is like in the fairy tale tarot, the ugly duckling, it harkens to that. And then she has pigtails here, but here she has like a wreath of flowers. I want to read, I'm being drawn to read this card. There are no reversals in this deck, but I just think it's really interesting that we've pulled from 3 different decks that have brought the Two of Wands reversed out for you in the last 2 days. That's definitely spirit saying something. Two of Wands. There is a universal belief that one's reflection is a vital part of one's soul. It is said that reflective surfaces are soul catchers or doorways to the world of spirit. Buddhists accept that all existence is like a reflection in a mirror. Depicted in this card is a beautiful fairy seeking the deeper meaning of her existence. Unlike Narcissus, whose soul was trapped in his water reflection because of his vanity, this fairy is uniting with her beloved self, or the aspect of her ego that is all-loving. She sees in her own image the potential of sacred beauty. When we are ready for inner transformation, we come face to face with our true selves. Who is your true self? Are you radiant and glowing? This is a time of profound personal awareness and insight. Find a place of solitude and serenity and explore your hidden talents. Intuitive gifts strengthen you. Perhaps you can visualize your true face. As one Buddhist koan asks, what does your original face look like? Whoa, that is intense. Okay, well, for the purposes of this full moon, which is definitely reflective energy, and again, being still in such a way that you see, or that you act as a mirror for those around you with that Queen of Water reverse, this is also indicating that everything you encounter is you. This is your witness consciousness card, the Two of Wands reversed. That's so great. Oh my goodness. I love tarot. I hope y'all, I think y'all know, but I love tarot. This is so cool. Okay, and then the Nine of Swords reversed. So the Nine of Swords, with the full moon energy, like you might have been feeling like sleepless nights, or you might have been feeling this true self coming up, like this thing in your unconscious that you have yet to face. And the strange thing about human consciousness, right, is like what's unknown is that like all the unknown is, it's like 99.9% of what we exist in is unknown to us, as much as we want to believe it isn't. Sorry, what's coming through is that like you've maybe been avoiding facing this true self and out of just fear of the unknown. And when you encounter it, you're going to see like more beauty than you even knew. You're going to see that the fear that you were like, that was you avoiding your 26 on the timer, you avoiding yourself, was like the devil. It's just fear. Okay, it's just fear. Like, it's literally like, there's so much beauty there, and it's the devil trying to like step in and say like, no, you're this, or no, you're that, or it's like your inner tyrant or whatever, trying to like draw these illusions or cast these illusions, and you're being disillusioned about a way of thinking about yourself that's like unkind, is what I'm hearing. Like, just like you've been, this has come up multiple times, just hard on yourself, overgiving, and just not forgiving yourself, like not giving enough to yourself, with that Ace of Cups reverse that came out, just, and the Star reverse, just really needing to give to yourself. Ooh, Four of Pentacles flying out there. So you have a tendency to believe that when you're giving to yourself with this Four of Pentacles, it's selfish, or this is how you view yourself when you're giving to yourself. Yeah, Six of Swords. You're being encouraged to walk away from that mentality entirely. You need to, I'm hearing float your own boat here. Like, you need to be the oarsman for this boat, like the ferryman and the mother and the inner child. And all of these swords are like you learning to protect yourself. With the Six also, like, I'm recalling that Six of Discs that was here, success. It's like, protect yourself by thinking kindly about yourself, by seeing the truth of you, and by realizing that, like, what you've been taught to think about yourself, especially if you've been dealing with narcissists or, you know, just unkind situations, or if you grew up with, like, family that was emotionally unavailable. It doesn't have to be anything, like, major. You know, you didn't have to go through abuse to, like, feel this stuff. It's just life is just difficult, and regardless of what you've been through, like, there's always something to uncover about yourself that you can, like, work on if that's how you feel. And I feel like you know that, and you maybe have taken it to an extreme where it's like it's always your fault, or it's always something better you can do. And, like, the better you can do now is just to, like, really give yourself permission to dote on yourself, to, like, accept yourself in this beautiful image. You're not Narcissus. You're not even the ugly duckling. Like, there's beauty, and you're not seeing it. Ooh, and when you do, with this Nine of Swords reversed, you're gonna be able to, like, sleep better. It's Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands, Ace of Swords. To clarify, your Two of Wands reversed, and your Four of Pentacles. So I'm hearing, especially with the Ace of Swords, like, indicating Archangel Michael and the truth. Like, he who is like God is Archangel Michael's name, and he wields the sword of truth, is to write down what it is you believe about yourself. Really work with these burdens, like this. These are burdensome thoughts. The Ten of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is like you've been trying to fight off these thoughts from others, but it's like you've internalized them. And even if you're not around others or giving to others or, like, relying on, you know, validation from others at this point, it's like you've so internalized, like, even if it's just like the not enoughness that comes from listening to advertisements about, like, with the rose here actually coming through, it's like that rose hip seed oil is, like, really good for your skin. Even if it's something just as simple as, like, you need to use this skincare routine to look younger. Like, not internalizing this feeling of not enoughness is like what you're battling right now, like resolving that. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands with the Nine of Swords. Yeah, sorry, Nine of Swords with the Ace of Swords. We just pulled out the Ace of Wands. Okay. Interesting. Three of Wands. Okay, yeah. So this is you handing over the reins to the universe. This is you like letting go of control or feeling like you need to manipulate or like cast your magic or cast your spells. It's like you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out right now. Like the Four of Wands is the 1111 portal, right? And like this guy is in the Three of Wands is seeing either a desert or an ocean with ships traveling or carrying goods. So if it's the desert, it's like all the ships are stranded, the water's been all washed away, everything's dried up, there's way too much fire. But if it's the ocean, then the ocean is like made of gold and all of the ships are bringing all the goods and there's no problem. His ships are coming in. So it's like you're being asked to work with your perception right now and hand over the how to the universe really clearly. The Tower again. Okay. Why is the Seven of Cups reversed here with the Tower and the Devil? Yeah, so gossips, other people, my ear just started ringing. Ooh. The Empress reversed. This is over and over again, like this feeling of unworthiness or this feeling that like that you're stuck, that you're not capable, that so what I'm hearing is like if you engage in this fight, like about how you're perceived by others, you feel like it's cruel to defend yourself, like to stand up for yourself. Oh, Jesus. Nine of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Death reversed, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah. It's like you feel like you're not being true to yourself by standing up for what you want and deciding what it is that you want. Like you feel like others are going to see you in this Queen of Wands energy as like vain or too like overly obsessed with appearances, or you are in this Queen of Wands energy and it's like your fortune and the fortunes that are coming for you are like making others talk about you or gossip about you, and it's like you'd almost rather not deal with it. Oh, there's a Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you'd almost rather not deal with it and like have less and settle for less because you don't want to complicate your life. Like, but this is you not stepping into your power if you don't stand for what it is that you want. It's like all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for advice. How can we step into King of Cups? Ooh. How can we step into the power of Scorpio's energy and self-nurturing with this full moon? I think it's weird that these cards all came out reversed because I don't even read reversals for that deck. How can we step into the power for Scorpio? And no, I'm gonna shuffle for Scorpio. How can we step into Scorpio's full power with this full moon? How do we align with witness consciousness for this full moon? What is the main energy of this alignment for Scorpio during this full moon? The sun. What? That's so great. I'm just being drawn to pull all of these. Okay, so it's turned over. It's turned over all the cards. That's really cool. We'll stop here. So these are the cards we just had. You saw me shuffle. And it's brought you into your power to making a choice about what it is that you want. Basically seeing that you've gone through the portal already and that your ships have already come in. And realizing that, like, this tower energy of things falling down all around you all the time is like, it literally is happening because you're not giving yourself enough credit. And that, I feel the discomfort in that. Like, I feel the little blockages in my heart, and especially in my heart space. You might want to do some heart openers. One of my favorite, like, heart openers is to you lay down with your chest on the floor, put your arms out to a T, and then bring one leg up and over, like, behind you, so that it, like, stretches in your shoulder area. I do not know the name of the pose, although I do it all the time. Maybe I can find it and link it. Let's see here. So yeah, you're making your decision. You step through the doorway. You've set your boundaries. You're stepping into your full power. You're becoming enlightened as to, like, what has been holding you back this whole time. And it's this feeling of, like, whatever injustices you've suffered are being resolved. Whatever has been said about you is being seen. Whatever cups you feel are empty are balanced out by the cup that Spirit has to offer that you don't even see. This is bringing you, again, your 1111 portal. Your ships have come in. You're stepping through the doorway into this healthy, happy community. And that community may also very well be, like, spirit guides, your spirit team. With this Page of Wands and the Page of Cups reversed, it's like you have been seeing yourself in this page energy, and you're actually, like, I'm hearing aces. You're aces. Like, with the sun, you've overcome the page energy. Like, you're seeing yourself in, like, the page, the fool, like your ugly duckling stage, but you're like a swan. You're transmuting all of the betrayals and the pain that have come to you. And again, as that mirror image, like, being in that witness consciousness, the reflector, what you're realizing is that the betrayals, and I'm not saying this to, like, victim shame anybody, this is just, it's part of how the spirit in a physical experience learns in the 3D reality, if you believe in that, right? You're realizing that the betrayals you've experienced are a direct reflection of how you view yourself. And the people who you've invited into your experience consciously or unconsciously, again, unconsciously meaning without knowing or meaning to, so not victim shaming here, those people you've invited into your experience were invited by the resonance of the thoughts that you have about yourself and what you believe about yourself, which are not based in truth or fact. Like, yeah, you're coming into your healed divine masculine energy. This lots of fours. You might be saying 41, 11 on the timer. 44, 44, 11, 11, 666 or 777. So this is a new material beginning for you, like really handing over the reins of your 3D reality to the divine and working in tandem with it. Co-creation is what I'm getting from this card. There's a book called Solaris 1111. It's like an older book. And I don't even think that I've read it. I think I've read pieces of it. It was a long time ago that I got it from my great grandma. But oh, 6 of Cups. New emotional beginnings, sweet like inner child healing. Stepping into the foundations of new tradition, and then emotional truths. So yeah, this is you like being there for yourself. This is you like a 9 of Swords reversed, just to finish clarifying. This is you realizing like you've been way too hard on yourself, which has come through a lot, and it's not your fault. It's just something that you had to go through to step into your power. You're undoing the Hangman. You're becoming enlightened. You're again aligning with this witness consciousness into like a super happy like new flow. And I'm so glad that October is bringing the end of this Taurus Scorpio eclipse cycle, because that karmic nonsense the last couple of years has been really tough. I'm going to pull one universal truths card and then we'll be done with this reading. Again, if you liked this video or resonated, please remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe. If I do a full moon ritual tonight, it'll be late after my son goes to bed, so probably 9 or 10 o'clock Pacific time, and I will post that for you all. Relationship and respect. Okay, so relationship is reversed here. This is your relationship to yourself. Respect your relationship with yourself. Yourself being a multi-dimensional being, a divine being having a 3D experience, a 5D being having a 3D experience. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to read the last line of this relationship piece. Relationship is connection, protection, rejection, direction, projection, affection, and every other kind of reflection. Whoa, okay. So big emphasis on reflection. You might want to do some scrying. You might want to do some like mirror gazing. That is actually like a really cool ritual. If you just light a candle in front of a mirror and sit in the dark with the candle in front of the mirror for 20 minutes and ask to see your true face, do it sober, because that is crazy. That stuff's crazy. So respect. This is what you're being encouraged to feel about yourself, to summon for yourself, to step into. And as far as anything opposite of this, to release for yourself during this harvest moon today, right now, as we speak. Intend that. Let's read. Okay. Respect is the social code of the interweaving of our heavenly nature within our human nature. I love tarot. We hold ourselves responsible for living obedience to the universal laws, making our integrity obvious. Respect is the integration of pure unconscious motive with conscious intent. Are you kidding me? I'm getting chills right now. This is how we started our reading, was like the weaving of the unconscious with the conscious. Okay. Being respectful, my goodness, is having a reverence to all living beings and a responsibility to all things happening. Respecting ourselves imbues us with a sensitivity to honor people who are lost and who do not honor themselves. The components of respect, G-O-D, grace, obedience, and decency, are birthed from the high spiritual force fields. In truth, being respected is a much greater compliment than being loved. Respect is the only ingredient that can eradicate all shameful events. Whew, whoa, okay. That was major confirmation from the universe for what we were talking about today. I love it when that happens. Those are some cool synchronicities. Yeah, just learning to have integrity and self-respect. So anything that you're doing that you know doesn't align with you, your unconscious doesn't align with you, anything that brings you shame, anything that you're thinking about yourself or others that brings you shame or comes from a place of discontent or shame, you're letting that go. And I really hope you can do that mirror ritual. Again, there's a deck called the Isis oracle, and it has rituals in it. And one of the rituals in that, I think it is the black obsidian, the temple of black obsidian. One of the rituals is to like sit in this darkness, reflecting all the surfaces reflect you. The temple of black obsidian, it like reflects you. So there's also this like ancient obsidian mirror called the Mirror of Solomon, I think, in a museum somewhere. But obsidian used to be used for scrying rituals. So I encourage you this full moon. Maybe I'll do this ritual tonight with you all, or yeah, maybe I don't know. I'll let you know if I'm going to. Sit in front of a mirror with the lights off and intend to let go of shame, release shame, see your true face, and manifest self-respect. Let go of all things that don't bring you self-respect. And I promise mirror magic is really potent and powerful. So only do that if you're ready, because you might let go of a lot more than you expected to. I'm feeling drawn to say that to some people. Like, if you're not the kind of person who does rituals like that regularly, just remember to say for the greatest good and highest love and honor of all. Really set your space. And that's all I have for you today. Again, if you like this reading, please remember to like, comment, share, and or subscribe. If it pleases you, you may also book a personal reading with me on my Etsy. It's linked in the description box below. And if you want to donate on my Patreon, you may also do so. I think actually that's where I'm going to start doing rituals. I'll post rituals there for the membership. That's what we'll do. Okay. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Happy Harvest Moon. I'll see you all next week. Have a good weekend.